Ladies and gentlemen, boxing fans, tea spillers, and drama addicts, buckle up because the GWT just got gagged. That's right. Claressa Shields, Olympic champ, undefeated beast in the ring and social media's fitness queen, was just dragged out of her training facility in full police custody. And guess who was there? Papoose. Looking like he just watched his entire playlist of loyalty anthems go up in flames. Eyewitnesses say he was begging the cops not to take her. Pacing, shaking, pleading like it was the BET Awards all over again. Please, you don't understand. She didn't mean to take it. Sir, what exactly didn't she mean to take? Eyes. This ain't rumor. This ain't speculation. This is a full-blown meltdown caught on camera, leaked online, and now under federal investigation. Because that viral clip, the mysterious vial, the late-night hallway footage, yeah, it was all real and now it's evidence. Grab your popcorn because Claressa's story isn't just falling apart, it's being ripped open like a bad weave in round 12. Nail polish. This is gossip spill vibe. And trust us, you're going to want to see how deep the scandal goes. So let's start from the beginning. Or more accurately, let's start from the moment everything started to smell funny at Claressa Shields' training camp. We're not just talking about sweat and adrenaline. We're talking about paranoia, secrecy, and one suspicious-looking gym bag that set the internet on fire. For those of you living under a punching bag, Claressa Shields, aka the GWT, aka the face of women's boxing, aka I don't lose, I dominate, has been riding a wave of success so wild even her haters couldn't keep up. Olympic golds, check. Championship belts, check. Reality show appearances, Instagram deals, and that energy drink promo where she punches through a brick wall, double check. But beneath all that glitz, fans started noticing things weren't adding up. Let's rewind to 2 weeks ago. Claressa posted a video of herself doing 16 straight rounds of sparring. No break, no sweat, no deep breathing, just clean combos, a full smile at the camera, and an odd caption that read, "Ain't no fatigue when you're built different." Syringe fire. Syringe fans clocked that real quick. Now, normally that would be brushed off as hype talk, but then came the first leak. A blurry hallway surveillance video showing someone who looked a whole lot like Papoose walking out of a locked gym room at 3:12 a.m. carrying a small cooler bag and whispering into his phone. It's handled. She's good for tomorrow. Handled. Good for what? That clip alone started trending before Claressa even threw a jab that morning. But it wasn't just that. People started noticing patterns. Claressa's unmatched stamina in training, the sudden disappearance of her longtime strength coach, and the fact that she stopped doing open media workouts for the first time in her career. And then came the vial photo. Oh, you know the one with a gloved hand holding a tiny glass vial timestamped and geotagged at her private gym. The label half-ripped, but just clear enough to show a chemical compound that's allegedly listed on WADA's watch list. Within 24 hours, Claressa, Vial, and Papoose were trending in 5 different countries. And Papoose, oh boy. Let's talk about the man who rapped about loyalty for a decade straight, but now somehow finds himself holding the bag. Literally. Because in another clip released just days later, you can clearly see Papoose handing Claressa something between sparring rounds. It's quick, subtle, but the Zoomedin fan breakdowns were ruthless. Was it water? Was it a supplement? Or was it the same exact vial fans already dissected frame by frame? Now, to be clear, none of this has been officially confirmed. But in the world of public opinion, the trial was already over. Still, Claressa stayed silent. No interviews, no IG lives, no tweets except one cryptic post that said, "They watching, but they ain't ready for what I do next." And then boom, it all exploded because the one thing nobody expected actually happened. The arrest. Early Monday morning around 8:46 a.m., Detroit PD rolled up to her training facility after receiving what they called a formal submission of evidence from an anonymous source. Some people say it came from inside the camp. Others, they're whispering Remy Ma's name louder than ever. Eyewitnesses say Claressa was midrill. When officers walked in, she froze. Her team tried to intervene, but once they showed the sealed warrant, it was a wrap. She was handcuffed, read her rights, and escorted out. All while reporters, fans, and gym members stood frozen in disbelief. And Papoose. This man allegedly tried to block the doorway, got into a heated argument with an officer, and at one point was heard yelling, "She ain't no criminal. Y'all don't know what's really going on." One officer reportedly told him, "Step back, sir. If you don't want to be part of this arrest, don't become part of the report." Phew. Now let's pause for a second. Claressa Shields being arrested at her own gym is insane. But the fact that Papoose was there trying to shield her like it's 2007 and they're in a ride or die mixtape, that's what made the footage go nuclear. Because this ain't just about substances or scandal. This is about loyalty, lies, and who's been covering for who. Some fans are saying Papoose was set up, that he's just the innocent ride along. Others, they think he's been playing double agent the whole time, part trainer, part cleanup crew, part one got this fixer for Claressa. One insider, allegedly a former member of Claressa's media team, spilled this tea anonymously. Pap was always around during supplement deliveries, always checking bags, always whispering with the doc. That man wasn't just holding pads, he was managing the secrets. And let's not ignore what this all means for Claressa's career. Because she wasn't just prepping for any fight. This was supposed to be her biggest title defense yet on pay-per-view in front of her hometown crowd. Now, the arena's been booked for investigation updates and the promo posters have vanished from her socials. What was once a celebration of greatness is now an active crime scene in boxing gloves. Even her own teammates are backing away slowly. One assistant coach liked a shady tweet that said, "The higher they rise, the louder the fall." This ain't new. Just finally caught on tape. As if that wasn't enough, sponsors are already ghosting. An energy drink brand that once called her the future of female sport quietly removed all of her images from their homepage within hours of the arrest. One source claims they even canceled her next 2 campaign payments pending investigation outcome. Yikes. And the crazy part, this might only be the beginning. Because according to court filings obtained by Gossip Spill Vibe, shout out to our team of nosy insiders, this wasn't just a local arrest. There's a federal enhancement probe tied to this. Meaning, if those substances were even partially banned, Claressa could be facing years, not months, of suspension or worse. Now, the biggest question swirling isn't even about Claressa anymore. It's what does Papoose really know? And how deep does this cover-up go? Because trust and believe the next part of the story. Oh, it's about to get even messier. Because just when we thought Claressa Shields getting dragged out of her gym in handcuffs was the scandal, we hadn't even seen the real dirt yet. Let's start with the documents. Just 36 hours after Claressa's arrest, an anonymous Twitter account called The Gloves Off dropped what they called a secure link to over 42 pages of scan documentation, medical logs, supplement receipts, inventory tracking sheets, and even signed authorizations with Claressa's name on them. But the real plot twist, some of those forms had Papoose's signature, too. You heard that right? Not just her trainer, not just her man. According to these leaked records, Papoose was allegedly the logistics coordinator for Claressa's personal supplement regimen, including substances that are now under scrutiny. Substance, X27. Regional. Be clear. Redline G12 injections. Now let's be clear. None of those names mean much to the average fan, but to folks in the performance enhancement world, that's like saying she walked into the ring with rocket fuel in her veins. Fans were quick to jump on it. Reddit exploded. TikTok conspiracy channels had side-by-side breakdowns comparing her pre-2023 fights to her most recent bouts. You can literally see her breathing change. One TikToker claimed, "Notice the bounce in her footwork. That's not normal. That's chemical." But the real damage, it wasn't just online. It was corporate. Brands started running faster than Claressa in round 1. A major sneaker brand, which we won't name but rhymes with Nike, quietly archived all posts with her image. Meanwhile, her energy drink sponsor pulled an upcoming TV spot just 10 minutes before airing. And then came the press conferences. Within 72 hours of the arrest, Claressa's management team issued a robotic 3-line statement that read, "Miss Shields maintains her innocence. We believe due process will clear her name. No further comments at this time." But while Claressa stayed silent, the rest of the world couldn't shut up. And who popped up next? None other than the queen of timed chaos, Remy Ma. Now listen, we're not saying Remy was involved, but when she tweeted, "Some secrets belong in the trash. Others belong in court," followed by a trash can emoji and a boxing glove. Yeah, the internet lost its mind. Papoose immediately trended alongside #Remios and fans started piecing together timelines. Remy and Papoose's breakup rumors started just 2 months before Claressa's leaked vile footage. That messy IG live where Remy shaded someone for using steroids to keep a man. Turns out it was posted 2 hours after a Chlora sparring.